Let's talk about a book that so many of us have read, and yet so many of us have deeply misunderstood. We're going to talk about that feeling, that little voice inside that says you are meant for more, and why, for all your hard work, it still feels like you're stuck. This isn't just a book review. This is a look into a dangerous misunderstanding that might just be the one thing holding you back.
Just let that sink in for a moment. All the effort, the late nights, the things you gave up. What if the reason it hasn't all come together has nothing to do with how hard you work? What if the entire problem, all that frustration, really just boils down to one simple misunderstanding? Napoleon Hill would say that's exactly the case. You see the title, Think and Grow Rich, and you think you get it. We all do. But what if we've been reading it all wrong?
Okay, let's really get into this, because this is the heart of it all. That title, it's not just a catchy phrase for a coffee mug. It's not about wishing for things to happen. It's a formula, and it's precise. It's unyielding, kind of like gravity. Think and grow rich. Do you see the order? It's a sequence, but this is where almost everyone gets it backwards. They try to get rich first, thinking that then they'll finally be able to think and feel like a rich person. The formula, though, it says the exact opposite.
So to truly understand this formula, we have to look at a metaphor that really unlocks the whole thing. Let's talk about the relationship between a tiny little seed and a giant, powerful tree.
When you look at a huge oak tree, you see the result, right? You see the strength, the massive branches, that undeniable presence. This is the rich part of the equation. It's the financial freedom, the beautiful house, the feeling of security. It's the effect. It's the thing that everybody can see, and it's what everyone is chasing.
But where did that tree come from? It came from something incredibly small, hidden away, buried in the dirt. A tiny acorn. And here's the secret. That little acorn is the think. It is the thought. It's that specific, focused, burning idea that holds the entire blueprint for the tree inside of it. It's the cause. It's unseen, but it's where all the power is.
And this just makes it so clear, doesn't it? You cannot have the tree without first planting the seed. It's a law of nature. And yet, so many of us spend our entire lives trying to build the tree directly. We try to act like rich people. We buy the fancy watch. We try to talk the talk. But what we're really doing is trying to glue leaves onto dead branches and then wondering why nothing is growing. We never planted the seed. We never did the real work, the internal work of thinking.
Now, planting that seed isn't some passive thing. It takes a very specific kind of energy. And that brings us to a really personal question, one that, might be a little uncomfortable to answer honestly.
And I really want you to be honest with yourself here. Do you truly have a desire for what you say you want, or is it just a wish? Because there is a world of difference between the two.
See, a wish is passive. It's flimsy. It's saying, gosh, I hope I'm comfortable someday. It's a daydream. But a desire, the kind Napoleon Hill is talking about, that's a fire in your soul. It's a burning, all-consuming obsession. It's what you think about when you wake up in the middle of the night. It's the only thing that could get you out of bed at 4 in the morning when it's freezing outside. If it's not that, it's not a desire. It's just a hobby.
Think about this. Hill didn't say, think and get what you want. He said, think and grow rich. Growth requires pressure. Growth can be painful. For an acorn to become a mighty oak tree, it has to completely break itself apart in the darkness of the soil. If your desire for a new life isn't strong enough to make you willing to endure that, to break apart your old self, then you don't really have a desire, you have a preference. And the universe, well, it doesn't respond to preferences.
So, if we know we need this burning desire, why is it so darn hard to hold on to it? Why does that fire seem to flicker and go out? Well, the answer is inside our own minds. We actually have an inner enemy that we have to learn how to overcome. Look, your brain's main job is just to keep you safe. And to your brain, your comfort zone is safety. So when you start to think big, to really truly desire something more, your brain just freaks out. It screams, whoa, stop, that's different, that's scary, go watch Netflix, go scroll on your phone, do anything but feel the pain of wanting something you don't have. It's literally trying to protect you from your own ambition. And every time you listen to it, you kill the desire, you kill the think.
Napoleon Hill actually called these protective instincts these 6 basic fears. He called them the thieves of desire. There's the fear of poverty, the fear of what other people will think or say, the fear of getting sick, the fear of losing love, the fear of getting old, and of course, the fear of death.
Every single time you let one of these fears run the show, you are whispering to that little acorn that it's not safe to grow. You're cutting the root before it even has a chance.
All right, so we get it. Our own mind is kind of working against us. So what can we actually do about it? The answer is, well, it's simple, but it's not easy. You have to change your diet, your mental diet.
For the next 7 days, I want you to try this. Every morning, before you grab your phone, before you let the world in, just give yourself 5 minutes. First, close your eyes. Now, don't just think about what you want. I want you to actually live in it. Feel it as if it's already true. If you want a certain income, I want you to feel the relief in your chest. Feel the pride in your heart. Just feel that sense of security washing over you, as if it's happening right now.
And here's the crazy part. Here's why this works. Your subconscious mind, it literally cannot tell the difference between something you imagine vividly and something that's actually happening. When you do this, you are rewriting your brain's programming. You're planting that seed again and again. This isn't magic. It's psychology. And when you step out into your day, you won't be hoping for luck anymore. You'll be looking for the opportunities that match the reality you've already built on the inside. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most beautiful, part of this whole philosophy. What are we actually chasing? I mean, what does rich even mean?
Ill knew that if you just chase money, you'll always end up feeling empty. Money is just a tool. It's a byproduct. The true riches are the feelings you think the money is going to give you. Freedom, security, confidence, peace of mind. Those are the real treasures. The money is just the symbol for them.
Please, let this one sink in. The money follows the person you become. The person does not follow the money. If you're waiting for the money to finally make you feel confident, you will wait your entire life. You have to become the confident person first. You have to become disciplined first. You have to grow into the person who is worthy of the riches you want. That is the seed. That is the thing. And this is the hidden promise of the whole book. Because even if you don't hit that exact financial number you were aiming for, the person you become in the process, the discipline, the courage, the focus, that can never be taken away from you. The real treasure is being able to look in the mirror and see someone who refused to stay small. Someone who had the courage to plant their seed and water it day after day after day. So, I invite you to stop reading this title like it's a magic spell that you just have to chant, and start living it like it's a law of nature that you have to obey. The thought is the beginning. It is the cause. Everything else, everything you see in your life, is just the effect. Be careful what you think. Your entire life is depending on it.